We like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. If we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, as well as like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying, to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Get all my people in here, man. If you like to show your love to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, y'all see what y'all know what to do. The Cash App is $ BJ Matthews. Our PayPal is at Broderick Masters right there in the ticker. Y'all can see how to type it in, as well as I put the link into the top of the chat box. So y'all can go ahead and just click that link and do y'all thing. Very quick and easy. You know what I'm saying? But we have a great show. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late tonight. But we're going to get it going, man. Let me go through some of these comments by my guy. Alan NG says, stick to football, Shannon. Yes. For you guys who did not see my video earlier, go check that out because it's going to pertain to this. We're going to have a fire show tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got 10 people in here. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's get the likes to over 10 people right now. You know what I'm saying? It's free. Alan NG also said, should we be concerned about the Magic? Yeah. I mean, because the Magic is a team that, you know, has nothing to really lose. And those are the teams that seem to always want to play hard towards the end of the year and try to, you know what I'm saying, spoil somebody's playoff hopes. So, yeah, we should take every game seriously, right? Mike 2X, my guy. Shout out to chat. Salute, BJ. What's good? Clip him. Yes, sir. Plays for keep. BJ Brody, what's good? What's good, little bro? What's good with you, man? What's good with you? Salute to my man Tuna in Sports. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? With the Cavs, you know what I mean? Definitely appreciate y'all coming here. We got 12 people here. Hit that like button. Get the likes up. Make it the likes up. Please get the likes up. Right? I had a comment this morning from one of my videos. Somebody said, hey, BJ, why do you not go live the same night of the game? And I don't know if I told y'all this, the reason why. It's pretty simple. So the reason why I don't go live the same night is because there's like how the YouTube algorithms work is weird. If you got multiple channels trying to go live at the same time, I don't know how it works, but they actually put people in certain lives and they actually show their lives over other people. So for me to stay out of that and for you guys to make it easier for y'all to not have to choose between different shows, because there's a lot of Clipper channels out here, and I'd rather do it the next night so it gives y'all the opportunity to just focus on one show at a time and y'all don't have to really pick and choose. And it also gives me time to actually reanalyze the game, watch the game over again, give y'all the best content that's out there possible. You know what I'm saying? The realest, salute BJ in chat. Clip gang on bang. Yes, sir. Clip gang on bang. Let's go ahead and get them likes up. You know what I'm saying? Get them likes up. Y'all gonna be hearing a lot of that this video. Get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers were able to prevail yesterday over yours truly Golden State Warriors in a 134-126 victory at home. The most important game of the season, the biggest game of the season, in my opinion, for a number of reasons. Number one, it put the Clippers over the Golden State Warriors in the standings right now. They're the 5th seed. Golden State drops to the 6th seed. Golden State right now is 7-27. And they've been struggling on the road, 7-27 on the road. So going into the game yesterday, I was like, you know what? This is going to be a game where I think Golden State is going to give us everything they got. And they did to an extent, but also I feel like the explosion by, you guys know what happened with Steph Curry. Steph Curry had a 50-point game explosion. I've said this before. I think Steph Curry is the most offensively. I think Steph Curry, in my opinion, is the most offensive impactful player in the game right now. You might be able to say ever. He's the most offensively impactful player ever. What I mean by offensively impactful is basically you got to know where he is at all times, right? That's the first thing. He's a threat when he crosses half court, right? If you take away one thing, he automatically has a counter. You know what I'm saying? He can pretty much do whatever on offense. He can shoot at the highest level because he's the best shooter of all time. His handles are elite. He's top 5 as far as his handles. They're with the best of them. His playmaking as well, how he's able to, you know what I'm saying, get out of double teams, how he's able to pass and have vision is also elite, and his finishing at the rim, he has a high shooting percentage at the rim. He's not the most athletically gifted, but he does finish well around the rim with teardrops, scoop shots, um, you know what I'm saying, finger rolls, things of that nature. He's just an all around, just a threat. It's kind of like you gotta pick your poison with Steph Curry. And what I seen with the Clippers he did yesterday was Steph had that explosion in the third quarter, and automatically when I'm watching the game, I'm looking at Steph Curry. I'm just like, man, as soon as he even touches the ball, bringing the ball up, I'm like, okay, he already knows what he's about to do. He just it's like he sees the play before it happens. Dude crosses half court. If there's a double coming, Steph Curry splitting. If the guy stacks behind the screen, Steph Curry's pulling from damn near half court. If if there's a person on the left side, Steph Curry's going right and driving to the right. If there's a person on the right side, Steph Curry's going left. You know what I'm saying? If they try to collapse and double team Steph Curry, like I said, he's gonna split the dribble. So it's just like with that shooting range he has, with his cat-like quickness with the ball, with his craftiness, with his smarts, with that Warriors system, with those screens, it just makes Steph Curry a guy like, you know what I'm saying, almost impossible to stop. You understand what I'm saying? And he showed out last night. But, and this may be a little bit hard to understand, but it also played into our hands with Steph Curry going off like that. Mike Tulek said we let Steph do what he do, but we shut down the rest. Yeah, and that's the point. Steph Curry went off, but also that kind of put a hamper on everybody else. Let me pull up these stats real quick. 1 second. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We got over 25 people, man. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get those likes up. But let me go through a few of these numbers, man. What happened exactly with the whole with the game entirely. So, like I like to go through, you know what I'm saying, team stats throughout every game to kind of get y'all understanding of why what happened. First of all, if you look at the offense, the Warriors shot better than the Clippers from 2, 3, but they didn't shoot better from the free throw. But they pretty much shot the ball better than the Clippers from the 2. They shot pretty much equivalent from the 3. The free throws, Clippers won that battle. But as far as the shooting prowess, the Clippers didn't really have a strong showing. And like I said, what Mike 2X pretty much came out and said that we let Steph Curry do his thing, but everybody else on the Warriors really didn't get off the way they needed to get off to help. You guys look at some of these numbers. Look at Jordan Poole at 19 points, Klay Thompson at 15, Devin Chisel at 10. Okay, and Steph Curry at 50. If y'all watching what y'all see on the screen, no one had over 20 points. And this goes back to, and shout out to my man Real E Leezy, man. If you guys have not followed my man Real E Leezy, he's on YouTube as well. He's a Warrior fan, but he's also a basketball junkie, former player. He breaks down the game very well. Go check out his YouTube page, The Real E Leezy. You know what I'm saying? All the Warrior fans or basketball fans, go check his page out because he broke down everything perfectly. He said Steph Curry, at the point where he did score 50 points, it takes everyone else out their games. Right? And there's such thing as addition by subtraction. Everybody's watching what Steph Curry did, which was definitely amazing. He's definitely the light-skinned assassin. He's definitely the most offensively impactful player in the league, in my opinion, right today. But if you don't spread the points around with Golden State, you're pretty much going to be stuck watching the greatness of Steph Curry. I said this before. I said Steph Curry and Jordan Poole, I feel like they have this back and forth where they're trying to figure out who needs to go off over the next person, right? And Jordan Poole is at the time right now where they need to let him, you know what I'm saying, be him and let him come out and have some to shine as well. East Oakland 90 Mac, what's good? What's good, brother? What's good? Welcome to the show. My man Pagan 180, what's good? Um, you know what I'm saying? And Femi says Morris should never play a single game for us. First 8 minutes, we let this full ISO 4 times, going for the win, right? Okay, I'm gonna get to Morris in a bit. But like I said, the fact that the points didn't spread around for the Warriors, it kind of played into the Clippers' hands because now what the Warriors do well, which is score the ball, off ball movement, shooting, you don't really get too many other guys getting shots up because Steph Curry is being so great. So, y'all know that little streak the Warriors went on without Steph Curry. Those are some of the echoes that start coming back in people's heads when they see stuff like this, where, he's going off doing his thing, but they're still losing games. If you have a 50-point game like this and you still lose, you got to look at everything else on the table. And if I look at everything else on the table while the Warriors lost to the Clippers, it was for one or two reasons. One of the reasons, they got killed on the boards. The Warriors are a very small team, right? Looney, Draymond Green are their bigs per se. They got rid of James Wiseman. And when you go against the Clippers where they have two legit centers in Zubac and Plumlee, and you got Russell Westbrook, who had 9 rebounds last night. You got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Nicholas Batum, Terrence Mann. All those dudes can board 6'5" to 6'9" wings. And you got DiVincenzo, Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, that 3-guard lineup. You don't have Andrew Wiggins. You don't have Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have much of the guys to help rebound. Jonathan Kuminga is still, he's an athletic player, but he's also not very disciplined when it comes to, rebounding and things of that nature. So it's just kind of hard to really give. It's really kind of difficult for the Warriors to rebound with the Clippers. And this is the same thing they did last time. The Clippers killed them on the boards. I think Mason Plumlee had over like 15 rebounds. They don't have enough size inside to really give the Clippers trouble. So that's one of the issues. And another issue is they can't stop nobody on defense. That second half, it was like every time Steph Curry scored, here comes Kawhi, here comes Eric Gordon, here comes Terrence Mann, here comes Paul. So now it's like, again, if you can score all those points, but if you're not stopping anybody, it's like you're pretty much playing tit for tat. And then you look at the turnovers they had, 16 turnovers. The Clippers were getting their way with all the turnovers that Golden State was having, right? Now, of course, Steph had 50 points, but there were some possessions where he did turn the ball over on passes. There were some possessions that, was it Jordan Poole turned the ball over? He turned it over a few times. So that also, played in the Clippers' hands, only had 7 turnovers, right? The assists are pretty close together, 20 to 30. But really just the rebounds and second chance points, and also the turnovers really killed the Warriors, even though they shot from a better clip from 2. But let me go into some of these other things, right? Let me go to the Clipper side. Now, and make sure y'all hit that like button. We got over 38 people in here. Get those likes up. Get those likes up. Bruce was good, man. He said DiVincenzo was not scoring, could guard Kawhi. All right, let me talk about Marcus Morris, because look, man, I've been hard on the whole Clipper franchise, Clipper Nation been hard on Marcus Morris, right? I've been very hard on Marcus Morris for a number of reasons. Number one, he's been inconsistent from shooting the ball. His defense has been taken advantage of when players, ISO him. Doesn't have really great lateral quickness. Just a number of things Marcus Morris has just been dropping the ball of, and he's been hearing it. You can't tell me he hasn't been hearing it. Now, what happens last night? He gets a flagrant 2 foul on Draymond Green. Now, listen, when I first seen it, I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad. Why did they eject him after I think it was the second quarter they ejected him too. I'm like, why is he ejected from the game? Then I saw it again. I'm like, okay, now I understand why, because it was like a wind up. He purposely hit Draymond Green, right? That wasn't no accident. He purposely hit him, and then he stood over him and taunted him as well. So I understand why he got the flagrant too. Now, how do I feel about this? Listen, this is where the psychological part comes in. Draymond Green is the type of player that if he feels like he can intimidate you, he got you, and his team feeds off of that. That's what happened in the finals, if y'all recall, last year with Jason Tatum. Draymond Green was able to get to Jason Tatum because there was no enforcers on Boston to pretty much stand up for Jason Tatum. So they had a psychological edge. This is why every time the Celtics face the Warriors, Tatum falls like a cheap tent. Y'all gotta remember, this game is 90% mental, 10% skill, and Draymond Green understands. He's a very intelligent player, very intelligent. He understands the mind, the warfare of the mind. That's why the Warriors look at him as very lethal, because people think that Draymond's a person that just sits around, just pass the ball. Draymond, for all the antics that he pulls out, he is responsible for that defensive prowess. He's also he helps out with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson getting open shots with those screens, and he's also the I guess you could say the enforcer of that team. There was a stretch last year I remember watching when they didn't have Draymond Green and the Warriors are looking very mediocre. All three of those guys need each other. Klay Thompson, when he was out for those 2 years, the Warriors were at the bottom of the barrel. You lose Steph Curry, you lose pretty much your whole cake. You know what I'm saying? If he stays out the game. You don't play with Draymond Green, that's the person that, you know what I'm saying, brings the defense, the passing, the playmaking, the screen setting, all the little things. So if you don't have all three of those ingredients, you're not going to have the full recipe, the full cake. So Draymond plays a big part of the Warriors, what they do. But this is what happens, though, when you actually have a real enforcer on the other side, because what Draymond did to Jason Tatum, he's not going to be able to do with the Clippers because they got Marcus Morris. See, this is why I say Marcus Morris does have value on this team. He just ain't been playing well. Draymond, once Marcus Morris hit him on the top of the head and Draymond didn't do anything, that's when you actually understand, okay, this dude, you pulling his card. See, Draymond's going to start being looked at how he looks at because of what he did to Jordan Poole. Y'all saw what Isaiah Stewart did to him earlier this season when he pulled Draymond from his collar like it was his son, and Draymond didn't do nothing. Well, now you got Marcus Morris hitting him on top of the head. He ain't doing that. See, this stuff is all mental, and it's going to play a role in the playoffs. Draymond, he's not going to be doing those antics against the Clippers because now you got a guy, Marcus Morris, who's going to pretty much pull his card every time. Because I guarantee you, if Marcus Morris, because the Clippers don't really have enforcers. They got rid of Patrick Beverley. They got rid of DeMarcus Cousins. They don't really have too many enforcers. So Marcus Morris is pretty much the last enforcer they have. Because I guarantee you, if Marcus Morris wasn't there, Draymond Green would probably be going after Paul George. He'd probably find a way to try to get in Paul George's head or Russell Westbrook's head. But because you got a guy in Marcus Morris who ain't going for that, then Draymond Green's going to be on his best behavior. He's not going to be doing all them antics. He's not going to be doing all them cheap fouls and all that stuff. He's not going to be doing that yelling at the refs because you got to enforce that's going to match his energy. So as bad as we got on Marcus Morris, that changed the momentum of the game, what he did to Draymond Green, if you understand the psychological game of basketball. What's good, Oaktown? What's good? No, he is an enforcer, Bruce. He is an enforcer. Whether you want to believe it or not, he is an enforcer. Marcus Morris, his background speaks for itself. He will actually fight you. He's not going to be a person that's just going. An enforcer is somebody that steps in when somebody on their team is trying to go at their player. I saw when the Jazz tried to go after Paul George and Joe Ingles, Marcus Morris stepped in for Paul George. I saw the same thing against the Suns when Jay Crowder tried to mess with Paul George, Marcus Morris stepped in. So, whether you want to believe it or not, he does have that value to this team. And I think that's what kind of changed some of that mindset last year. Because if you take Draymond out of his game, then it's gonna make it pretty much takes him out the series. And I think personally, Ty Lue might have his hand in that as well. But let me go into the next thing. Let me talk about the person who gets the damn game ball. And I'm so proud of this dude, man. Um, Russell Westbrook, give him the goddamn game ball. Just give him the damn game ball. Everyone wants to talk about Zubac and, you know what I'm saying, Terrence Mann, Kawhi, Paul George. No, 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 no. The game ball belongs to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook changes the energy of this team. Russell Westbrook changes the energy, the dynamic, the flow of this team. He is the vocal leader of this team. He is the vocal leader. What he did yesterday, getting on them damn rebounds, those offensive rebounds, those key stops, firing up Terrence Mann as well. It was well needed. And we wouldn't have not won without Russell Westbrook on the court. That's just the fact of the matter. Now, people are going to say, and I'm waiting for it, man. People are going to still be on the fence about Russell Westbrook. I understand. I get it. People are still a little bit unsure about Westbrook or his turnovers, whatever, even though he didn't have 0 turnovers yesterday. Um, he's just the energy he brings to this team is definitely something that's going to be needed. And I said this before. I said Paul George needs a Russell Westbrook. Paul George needs Russell Westbrook on this team because he knows what makes Paul George click. I also believe Russell Westbrook's been a good mentor to Terrence Mann. Let me also say Terrence Mann played a hell of a game yesterday. Key rebounds, playing great on Jordan Poole, getting offensive boards, right? Great game by Terrence Mann, right? I enjoyed, again, I love watching Terrence Mann play for this team. And like I said, I think Russell Westbrook and Terrence Mann should be able to play together in a lot more games, right? Shout out to also the vet and Eric Gordon, who hit big shots in that third quarter. Big shots. This is the guy that I expect in the playoffs to be able to settle things down, to be able to hit key timely shots, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, play great and be in position on defense. This is what I expect from Eric Gordon as well. Good two-way player, great teammate. Doesn't cause any distractions. Just all around great, a great basketball player. Now I know people are still wondering about Robert Covington. I don't know. Look, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. Robert Covington. It's very clear to see that Ty Lue is doing whatever he can to avoid Robert Covington. I'm not sure why, but it's just I don't know if he doesn't believe in him or he just something happened. I don't know what is going on, but they don't have this. They don't have the same belief and trust that I guess the Clipper Nation does. Right? So, I mean, it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. And then I'm going to get to one last player, and then we're going to go, I'm going to talk about one last thing, and I'm going to let people in. Also, I don't know if y'all heard about this before I continue, but I don't know if y'all heard about this rumor going on with Andrew Wiggins. And maybe one of Oaktown or East Oakland can, talk a little bit more about it because, they're the Warrior faithfuls. But there's a story going around Actually, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. I'm sorry I even brought it up, but if Andrew Wiggins is out for the rumor that's going to be confirmed, if the rumor is confirmed that what's true about why Andrew Wiggins has been out, then I completely understand. I completely understand because there's just certain things that you just don't do. There's just certain things you just can't come back from. And if that really truly happened, what they're saying about what happened to Andrew Wiggins, um, you know, then that I see why the Warriors are keeping everything quiet because I was just like, what in the world was so serious that um you can't even talk about it? Like, what's so serious? You can't even tell your teammates or the public about it. But I don't know. I don't know. Bruce said the girlfriend him that was. I mean, of course she's gonna say it was wrong because I mean it involves her. But you know, But that's another story. Let me go into the next thing, man. Look, man, y'all know what it is, bro. Kawhi Leonard. What else do I need to say about Kawhi Leonard? The ultimate two-way competitor, the ultimate two-way player. In my opinion, the best player when healthy in the playoffs. Just my opinion. Some people are going to say Steph Curry. Some people are going to say Giannis Antetokounmpo. Some people say Jokic. I mean, that's all your opinions. Some people say Kevin Durant. But the reason why this is why I say the reason why that the reason why Kawhi Leonard to me is so special is because I'm watching Steph Curry. I'm watching. Here's the thing about the Warriors. This is why the Clippers lost the last game. Make sure I hit that like button. We got 46 people here. Hit that like button. The Warriors, man. The thing about the Warriors, you cannot get caught up in their outstanding 3-point shooting. If they are just hot from the field, what a lot of teams what they'll do is they try to shoot with the Warriors, and you fall into their trap, especially when they get at home. If you're watching Steph Curry, if you're watching Jordan Poole, if you're watching Klay Thompson, if you're watching whoever it is, just hit three after three after three, and that's really not your strong suit as a team, even though I think the Clippers are a great 3-point shooting team that can possibly shoot with the Warriors because they did it yesterday. Um, you're gonna find yourself possibly in a bad situation. And that's why I think the Clippers lost the last game to the Warriors because they were up in the first half. And then as soon as they try to shoot with the Warriors at home, the third quarter, that's when the explosion came by the Warriors. They just exploded for, three after three. Instead of continuously go and dominate the post, dominate the mid-range, dominate all those sequences. They decided to try to shoot with the Warriors, and that was what they made a mistake in. That's why they lost that game. But a guy like Kawhi Leonard, to me, is why I feel comfortable saying they will beat the Warriors in a 7-game series because he knows how to actually slow the game down when things get out of hand, with timely shots, with taking his time, with actually holding the ball and getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, stopping the bleeding. He plays winning basketball. If you guys do not know also this about Kawhi Leonard, do y'all know that he has a 28 head-to-head record over the Warriors in his whole career? I'm not sure about how everybody else fares against him, but he has a 28 record against the Warriors. This is the one guy I believe that gives the Warriors trouble. They don't have an answer for him. Whether you put Steph on him, whether you put Klay on him, whether you put Draymond on him, I don't give a damn who you put on him. He's the one person they just don't have an answer for. Now, you can say the thing about Steph Curry, but I think in a series where you have a guy who plays both ways and a guy who's, 6'8", with the strength that he has, the quickness that he has in the post, he just takes the soul out you, man, because it's just like, man, here this guy go again. I watched this guy against the Warriors in 2017 with the Spurs just demolish the Warriors defense in game one, was up by 25 points. The Spurs had a winning record against the Warriors that year also in the regular season. So I think that series would have been very competitive. And who knows what would have happened if Kawhi was there. Then 2019 happens. KD goes down, gets hurt. It's Klay Thompson plays 4.5 out of 6 games. It's Steph's team. Now that KD's no longer there, now it's Steph against Kawhi. And then my opinion is just basically that two-way players always have the higher impact over one-way players on the offensive end. That's just my opinion. If you ask me who I would take, in a series, going 7 with my mortgage on the line, with my car on the line, whatever, I'm taking the guy on the screen because that guy plays both ways of the ball. Shout out to Turn the Page. What's good? How you doing? Appreciate the comment. But I don't want to spend too much more time on Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard had 30 points. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Picked apart the Warriors defense. Just unbelievable basketball play by Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers had the biggest win of the season just last night. They take the 5th seed over the Golden State Warriors. They're now, I think, a game behind the Phoenix Suns. I'm not sure if the Suns, they played tonight against the Timberwolves. I don't know if they won or not. But, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if the Suns won. But, I think the Clippers are in a good spot right now. Oaktown, I say you taking the guy you're for. Yeah, I'm taking the guy, but also, yeah, that's true. That's true, Oaktown. But you guys remember Kawhi's also shown that he beat the Warriors, and I think again when Steph Curry was the guy, and I'm just going based off what I see as far as two-way. I just think the two-way players have the advantage over the one-way players. I mean, like I said, I give Steph Curry all the credit in the world. Offensively, the most impactful player in the league, but defensively, you're gonna have to play defense in the playoffs too. And with the Warriors, that's their problem. They cannot lock up. They can't lock up for shit. Okay, the Suns won tonight. Okay, they're 2 games ahead of the Clippers then. So, but I want to talk about one last thing, and then I'm gonna let people in. I talked a little bit about this earlier in a video. If you guys have not got a chance to see it, go check it out. I posted it this morning. Shannon Sharpe. This guy, bro. Shannon Sharpe is this guy's a joke. So for y'all to not see my video this morning, I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown. So yesterday, Shannon Sharpe got on, Undisputed with his, co-host Skip Bayless. And, Paul George has his own podcast called, Paul George, the Paul George podcast. He just started, I think, 2 weeks ago. And they talked about, a number of things about the Clippers, about life, about basketball, different teams, this, that, and the other. So they brought up Russell Westbrook in the last episode. I think that dropped on Monday. And PG talked about how the media has been running all over Russell Westbrook and spreading all these narratives and things of that nature. And he said that, for them to say that they blamed Russell Westbrook for the 5-game losing stretch was just retarded, it was dumb, which it was. And just basically saying the media just, not doing a good job when it comes to, covering Russ. Shannon Sharpe got on Undisputed yesterday and basically came out and said that, he doesn't understand the Donald Trump-less support of Russell Westbrook. Now, when I first heard it, I had to actually clean out my ears, and I was just like wondering to myself, did this nigga just really say that like out loud, that he compared Russell Westbrook to Donald Trump? And I'm like, I rewinded it and I was like, okay, he did say Donald Trump. And this is when I'm like saying this guy's desperate. This guy is looking for any and every excuse to try to go after Russell Westbrook. See, the Clippers have been on a 4-game winning streak, so now you can't really say much. You can't really talk shit because they're winning games. They're doing a lot better than the Lakers, who just lost again to the Houston Rockets, a damn near a college team. So you really can't say nothing but continuously go out there on your team for damn near 3 weeks and continuously criticize them. He had 0 turnovers yesterday. So Shannon Sharp said he understands the support of Russell Westbrook. I don't know what that means, because there's a guy who supports Shannon Sharp that damn his fan base is probably the most annoying fan base on planet by him. But you can't understand Russell Westbrook why people go over Russell Westbrook. And it's because people are tired of y'all making false narratives about these players. See, Russell Westbrook don't really have to say nothing. He just have to continuously let these guys run their mouth and talk. Right? How I feel like the universe works is if you allow a fool to talk too long, at some point he's gonna expose himself. Kawhi impact on offense, DM taking over everyone in the league. That's who. Yeah, I agree. That's why I feel like other than Giannis, I mean, I just think right now, I think Kawhi, he's getting back into his regular form. I'm just taking him. That's just me. Y'all keep hitting that like button, man. 45 people, and we should have over 45 likes right now. Hit that like button, y'all, for your boy, please. But back to what I was saying, if you allow a fool to talk too long enough, he's gonna eventually expose himself. For all the talking that Shannon Sharp doing and all the entertainment that he does with the loud mouth and all that stuff, he says a lot of foolish things. And don't get me wrong, Shannon Sharp, he's a very accomplished older gentleman. One of the best football players of all time, has a successful career and undisputed. Very charismatic, very entertaining. But this dude is a flat out liar. He's disingenuous and disrespectful. This guy, Russell Westbrook, has not said a word to you, a word. But yet, day after day, I turn my TV on. I turn my phone on, my computer on, to turn into Undisputed, just to see, after a Clipper game, after a Laker game, are you guys going to have a show when you do not mention Russell Westbrook? And I continuously get proven wrong every time, to the point where now it's starting to become bullying. It's starting to become, this is becoming weird. So what's happening is that they found a niche to try to embarrass Russell Westbrook, because it draws in ratings, it draws in revenue, and that's what this new media is now. That's one thing that idiot Draymond Green said that was correct. It was new media, because this is new media. Let me go in and say something disingenuous and just out flash to the left or to the right, and we'll run with it. That's what new media is now. Doesn't have to be factual, doesn't have to be correct, doesn't have to have no logic behind it, but it has to just basically be, entertaining or whatever. And if it's something that degrades you or, disrespects you and your family, oh well. Don't tune in. Let it roll off your back. So what's happening is that people are getting annoyed and tired of this. So that's why you're starting to see more people speak up for Russell Westbrook. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, please continue to support all these independent podcasts. Not just me. Go and support all these other independent podcasters giving out this word, man. I don't care if you're a Clipper fan, you're a Laker fan, you're a Warrior fan, you're whatever. For those that love the game of basketball and want to actually see these players be treated with respect, go and make sure y'all push these podcasts, because they're making a shift now that people are starting to turn the TV off and starting to actually turn on, us, because they want to actually hear some real reporting. And I'm going to say this thing before I let y'all in. The reason why I started the Pull Up Basketball podcast, man, a little like less than 2 years ago, was to protect the players. Y'all know, have y'all been around me long enough? Y'all been listening, tuning in, or for those that just kind of came in, don't know this about me. I was a basketball. I'm a basketball player myself. I played high school in Texas for a big school at 5A, 6A. I played college in Texas at a Division 1. Also, I played JUCO. I played overseas in Vietnam and Asia. I had a brief stint, playing with different G League teams as far as getting private workouts. So I have a resume playing basketball. I know NBA players that I have not even shared with y'all, but y'all get to know later on. But I'm deep in this basketball shit. I've been doing this since I was 4 years old, right? So I started seeing the shift ever since Kobe Bryant, how they just find a way to disrespect his legacy and his career. I said, you know what? This got to stop at some point. At some point, somebody has to say something. People have to actually start speaking up because now I start seeing what the play is. They're going to continuously break down players that they don't like personally. And when I say they, I'm talking about media personalities and anchors and analysts who, because players are not friendly with them, they find a way to break them down. And then if they get enough people to follow, then they'll start believing it too. So what happens with Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant for years saying Kobe Bryant was selfish. Kobe Bryant's a ball hog. Kobe Bryant ran Shaq out. They continuously fed that to the actual viewers because TV is also addicting and it's manipulative and also hypnotizing. Then you start saying it, and then the next person starts saying it. Before you know, you have a false narrative out there that can ruin somebody's image. It took Kobe Bryant literally retiring, him passing away, for people to start really appreciating him. I'm starting to see the same thing in Russell Westbrook. This guy is outside of Steph Curry. Who in the last 10 years had a more successful career as a point guard than Russell Westbrook? Can somebody type that in the chat box? Who's had a more successful career than Russell Westbrook outside of Steph Curry in the last 10 seasons? For a guy that's just so bad, who turns the ball over all over the place, who can't shoot. Can somebody tell me who has had a more successful career than Russell Westbrook? As far as making it to Western Conference Finals, making it to the NBA Finals, winning an MVP, all the numbers he's put, the crazy stats that he's put up. I'm talking about now, Bubba. I'm talking about in the last 10 seasons. But we constantly say Russell, but it's amazing Russell Westbrook has just gone to a guy that everybody respects, said that he plays hard as hell. He plays harder than anybody on the court. He's a competitor. He's super exciting to watch. Now the narrative is that Russell Westbrook, you can't play him in the fourth quarter. Ah! Now the conversation is we can't play Russell Westbrook in the fourth quarter. I promise you, when Clipper fans were trying to figure out should we sign Russell, I'm like, okay, Russell Westbrook, what does he bring to our team? He brings pace. He brings attacking the basket. He brings playmaking. He brings toughness. He brings energy. Why is people so hesitant to bring this guy on? I'm like, oh, because of what the media guys like Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless have put in everybody's head that this guy is just so unbearable. And notice when people start playing with LeBron James, that's when their careers start going down. That's when the narratives start to switch. Russell Westbrook has never been talked about this negatively, and he's played the same way his whole career. Never in OKC, never in Houston, never in Washington. Only when he started playing with LeBron in LA. And because he couldn't get Shannon's boo thing a championship, because everybody needs to help his ass out, it's all this guy is just terrible. This is why I say Shannon Sharp, I got no respect for him as a media personality or a journalist. I have no respect for them. This guy can get on television every day. These two can get on television every day and just spew out lies all damn over the table. And no one says nothing, or very few people say anything. But Skip Bayless can mock Shannon Sharp and call him a hater or jealous of Tom Brady, and look at this, about to cry. He can't take what he dishes out. For a guy, Russell Westbrook, who has had to go through all this slander for the last year and a half and still be able to function, and to be able last night to get that monkey off his back to actually shoot in pressurized situations and not be afraid and take on the challenge, this guy has to be mentally tough. Because most people would have folded. And explains why Kobe Bryant was a very big fan of Russell Westbrook. Because I know Kobe Bryant don't deal with losers. But I don't know anything. I'm just giving out my salute. Let me let y'all in. Let me let my beautiful people in, man. Hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? Hit the comment, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe. Everybody is welcome. The floor is you guys. Let me go through some of these comments. Shannon plays the Emperor, new clothes, yes, sir. Tune in sports, my guy said media narrative, yes, sir. Benit Shima said free Rocco, yes. I would like to see Rocco play more too. I'd like to see Rocco play. Pagan 180 said that jumper was hitting too. Yeah, his jumper was falling. He had a great game last time. All I need Russell Westbrook to do is continuously get those demons out of his head consistent. They got a game against Orlando on Saturday. That would be a great game to continuously try to keep shooting some of those shots. Because the more he keeps doing it, the more in the playoffs it's going to be a lot more easier for him to get the demons out of his head. Because it's going to take more than one game, in my opinion. Roger Rabbit, what's good, man? What's good? Beast, what's good? Trouble Fall said Russ is better than Morris. Yeah, he is. He's better. He's better than Morris. Kirkland Barnes said, what's going on, bro? What's good, man? What's good with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all coming through, man. KB2 Fly said, yeah, they would have won it. Either, like I said, the Clippers should have won the last game against the Warriors. The Clippers just have a stronger, better team than the Warriors, especially at this point when they don't have Wiggins or Gary Payton II. But because the Warriors shoot the ball like at an anomaly level, and when you have a guy like Steph Curry who can shoot from the parking lot, you always give yourself a fighter's chance. And then you mix in that crowd at Chase Center. I mean, they can always cause problems. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I mean that's just, the Warriors are not 4-time champions for nothing. Young Africa, best win for the Clippers this season. Yeah, I agree. He said Clips Kings in the second round would be fun. Yeah, that could possibly be a matchup. I could see that happen. Bruce, what's good, my guy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm straight, brother. How about yourself, man?
I'm all right. I'm looking forward to see more wins.
So take me through it, man. What you see last night? I didn't get a chance to chop it up with you.
Last night I saw Clippers playing a small team, but if Marcus Morris uh, was playing, I think the Clippers may lose the game. And I think Westbrook was the MVP of the game because he was getting all the rebounds, left and right. Give the guys the ball. If the guy miss, he gets the rebound again.
Mm.
So and Eric Gordon made Lawrence Frank smart. Made Lawrence Frank look smart, and so I think Westbrook. I don't think he's gonna play much in the fourth quarter if Eric Gordon is playing that much. Now, is Norman Powell gonna be able to play if Eric Gordon plays like this?
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. We gotta wait for Norm to come back, and it's gonna be another situation where you gotta try to you know work some kinks out.
Yeah, so that's gonna be we're gonna see the rotation, and I think Tyler is still gonna play Marcus Morris, but you know, um, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see, and I don't know who the Clippers are playing next. So
The Magic.
the Magic, they should win that game, even though the Suns barely beat the Magic tonight, barely. So Clippers
Yeah.
should dominate the Magic.
What's going on, y'all?
What's good, brother?
Ain't nothing, man.
Shit, man. What you what you got about last night's game?
So only I seen like different clips of it, but I mean, honestly, what Kawhi had 30, PG had what 24. Obviously, you said what Russ had 0 turnovers. I mean, they just played honestly a perfect game. To be honest with you, I mean, defensively, I mean, from what I've seen, I mean, I just work so much, so I just try to take, watch what I can. But they played pretty good defense too. They got other than
Mm,
Steph Curry though, because he had 50, but that's just Steph Curry. I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
Queenie.
but no, they played pretty good defense. They played pretty good defense, and Kawhi was the best player on the floor. Obviously, that's to me that's the key though. I mean, I mean, I know we talk about the Clippers so much, but as long as that man's healthy, they're gonna make noise. So that's my take.
Yeah. Um, Bruce, were you trying to say something else?
No, I was not saying anything. I mean, it was a good game. If you're a basketball lover, you should like the game, man. It was going back and forth. Curry performing, Kawhi. Curry hit a three, Kawhi hit a three. That was good game back and forth, and the Clippers had more weapons, so they pull away
Mm,
in the fourth,
Yeah, totally agree.
and you know, so so Westbrook, I don't understand. So yesterday, well, it's already Friday for me. So when I watched Undisputed, they couldn't say anything about Westbrook. So they were looking for the shot. When he hit the backboard,
yeah, I
that was
saw
the
that.
only thing.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
the
that was crazy.
production is starting to be tired of Skip Bayless because they were looking for the video where Westbrook was hitting the backboard, and they showed a video of Westbrook hitting that three
He
in
was
the
two or
corner.
four from three too. So I mean, that's not. I mean, that's
So,
cool.
and the guy had zero turnovers.
Yeah, he
But
definitely
Seven
did.
assists, 9 rebound, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 0 turnovers, 2 for 4 from the three. I don't know how much shot from the two, but he had an all around efficient game.
Great game.
I don't care if he hit the backboard, the car in the parking lot. If he plays like this again, Clippers should win.
He had wide open threes in the corner, wide open. So
Said Clippers look like contenders versus the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie. Both of them, both teams healthy. This is who I see in the Western Conference Finals: the Clippers and the Warriors.
And people should not underestimate the Warriors.
Oh no, oh not at all. That team is probably the strongest mentally tough team in the NBA. I ain't gonna lie to you. They are mentally tough. Like
Yeah,
it's
they've been there
ridiculous.
before.
Yeah,
They-
and they talk hella shit.
yeah, I mean, shit. If I had 4 tiles, I would too.
Man, Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry's showing people who he actually is on the court. Like people
The
think
guy
he's
just
just this.
turned 35 and he's
Oh my
this
god,
good, bro.
man, he's great, man. Like even he chirps in the court. Like come on, man. Like Steph Curry is just amazing, bro. Like to me, he's the second best player behind Giannis when healthy. Like Giannis, then him, and then whoever else you want to put into it. Like Steph Curry, like
When healthy, I think Kawhi is the best player. But okay, I mean, I agree with what you said. But okay.
yeah, I'm just talking just like in general, like because just I know for me it's like it's playoffs for Kawhi. Like I don't count them like regular season. Like, I'm just regular season and playoffs. I got to say Steph Curry's like second, right behind Giannis. But
I think Kawhi is in a mission this year.
oh
way
yeah,
he's
for sure,
talking,
for
The
sure.
way
Yeah, I
he's
agree with
talking
you.
and whatever, I think the whole team is on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't know if Talo is on a mission with Marcus Morris, but I think the players are.
I think we'll be okay with Marcus Morris, man. It
Nah, he
depends.
needs to be under the bench, man.
But Bruce, so let's talk about. He said under the bench.
Yeah.
Y'all hit the like button. Shout out to 20. He said I'll take Kawhi over both. Um, I just think this is why I say, Bruce. So you don't think Draymond Green, how he tries to intimidate teams, you don't think Marcus Morris doing what he did and sending a message to Draymond like, look,
No,
we're not going for that, doesn't play in the Clippers' favor?
no. Draymond Green already had a tech, so he was holding. He was holding up.
I personally think it does because I know you talked about it, but I heard you. But I think it plays a part because, like you just said, it kind of evens the playing field. It's just not him just trying to get in the Clippers' head, even though they probably wouldn't. But Marcus Morris is that blockage. Like he blocks that whole thing. He's like, all right, look, you're not about to just do whatever you want. Like I'm here, I can do the same thing you can do, and that just pretty much evens the playing field. Honestly, so
Uh,
that's what I
I
think.
don't know about that.
It puts that like
Mm, it
parent, like
does. Yes,
it
it
just
does.
yeah, it's
For
like
sure.
how kids you just gonna let your kid do the parents is like
Marcus
nah,
Morris can do the same thing as Draymond. You sure?
no, just like enforcing wise, just he chirps too, he's not gonna back down. That's the whole thing. Like
I think Marcus Morris is one of the reasons we lost in the bubble because he was trying to get into Denver head player.
I disagree with you because the whole
Okay.
team didn't want to be in the bubble.
Nah,
No, we
he
lost
got
that because of Paul George. We ain't, and the coaching. Paul George didn't come to play. That's why we lost.
I do agree with y'all. But remember, they said the whole Clippers team did not want to be in the bubble. Even Kawhi, I think, didn't want to be in the bubble. They
No,
didn't like the bubble experience.
he
That's
didn't like Kawhi. Kawhi didn't want to be there either. Nope. I got a
yeah,
source on that. They didn't
exactly.
want
That's
him.
what I
He didn't
heard.
want to be there.
Ty Lue, Mark. I mean, obviously, not Ty Lue. I mean Lou Williams, uh, Montrezl Harrell. They was doing their own thing. I mean, I know he lost his grandmother or something, but that whole team, they wasn't. You got to think, man. That whole bubble situation. I don't count the bubble. I mean, it was cool, but Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, they was going 50-40. Like, come on now, come
so.
on
Do you
now.
think that if Marcus Morris played last night,
They would have won
Clippers?
to me. They would have won still. They would have
Okay.
won. They would have won.
Clippers will still won.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right.
It didn't affect Westbrook's play. I mean, they would have
I
been.
mean,
They would have been
They
fine.
I
were
mean
gonna
those
win anyway.
those huge trees of Eric Gordon sealed the deal for the Clippers.
Yeah, I do like Aaron Gordon. Like you just said, BJ, he does hit timely shots. Like he's just so experienced. Because I'm trying to think, he was with the Rockets team with what James Harden. So
He
I
said the
mean,
worst. The worst commentary said the ejection of Morris hurt the worst. No, like I get because like I said, we've been hard on Morris like for the last I don't know weeks. I know Bruce
true.
don't like Marcus, but I generally believe that this will carry on to the playoffs because again, Draymond. First of all, with the amount of shit talking Draymond has, anybody else in the league would have like 100 texts. This guy just goes around and just talks and yells at everybody.
It's true.
So now that you got a person to match him, or say that and not actually stand up against him, you're not going to be doing that against the Clippers. You're not going to be trying to be punking. Sometimes you got to send a message to the bully, like, or else he's going to keep taking your lunch money.
I agree. What
I'm
happened
sorry.
to Boston?
If Marcus Morris is our starter, Clippers not gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to Boston? Remember, Draymond was doing that in the finals. He was doing
Exactly, the Jason Tatum.
that.
Because they didn't have no enforcer. I'm telling you, if Marcus Morris is Draymond Green would be trying to go out at Paul George, I'm telling you, because Draymond will do anything it takes to win. I guarantee you, he'll be trying to pick at either if it's not Paul George, it's somebody he's gonna be trying to be ruffling feathers with.
It's not gonna be
That's
Kawhi.
what he
We all
does.
know that, but I agree. Totally agree.
Oh, he ain't gonna do shit to Kawhi. He don't say shit to him.
Hey, Paul
No one
George.
talks to Kawhi.
Yeah, you're right. I think Paul George. He just said. I think he was like, players really don't talk shit to Kawhi. He said they just let him be.
Yeah, but they gonna talk to Paul George because I mean we seen it. Paul George. We saw Joe Ingles try it. We saw other people try it, like because they think Paul George mentally is not as strong.
Yeah. Then he came out. Then he came out said that he needed therapy or something after the bubble.
Not only Paul George, Westbrook too. So
yeah, but I think Westbrook a little more mentally.
He's tough. Westbrook's
Really?
mentally, Westbrook's very mentally tough.
Ask Kevin Durant.
To go through all this that he's been through, Bruce, in the last year and a half, and still be able to not really even break, you have to be mentally tough.
You do, and then to be the same player you are and not give a fuck. Really tough, bro. Ask Kevin Durant. He knows. That's why he left.
Bro.
No, I don't think Kevin Durant left because of that.
What, Russell?
He left because of Russell not being taking care of the ball and questionable
I give you that,
stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But he just like for him being mentally tough, he has that alpha dog personality. Any alpha dog has that mentally tough part. Like Steph Curry, Kawhi, all them, Giannis, they're all Devin Booker. He's very mentally tough, Devin Booker.
I mean, that's the best I've seen Westbrook in a long time. He's under control in the Clippers.
Very under control.
Yeah, I mean that first game, his first game with the Clippers, I thought that was. I mean, you could arguably say that was his best game. The Sacramento game, that should have been a win, but we're not gonna.
I mean, he used to just cross half court and shoot that mid range. He doesn't do that anymore. He's just trying to make plays and stuff.
Yeah.
And those turnovers are unforced turnovers. It's not like blatantly turnovers.
Right.
And when you play with I don't want to mention the guy name. When you play with the juicer,
Who's
when you play with the juicer, man, you have everybody against you, man. The juicer have disciples. So
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Bruce. You
did
not say that. You did not just say that. You said the juicer? You did not just say that, Bruce. Oh my gosh.
Juicing, juicing when you're trying to lose weight. Juicing. That's what I'm talking about.
I know, but the way you said it is like I had to think about who's he talking about. Oh yeah, he's talking about him. But let's ask a panel a question, man. And we got 65 people here, man. Let's get these likes up, man. We should have over 60 likes into the chat right now. Hit the like button. It's free. Hit the like button. Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, PayPal at Broderick Masters. Hit that link on the chat box. You know what I'm saying? Send your love to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast for this content. But I got to ask the panel a question. So, Bruce, you said in a 7-game series, who are you taking between Steph and Kawhi?
I like this.
In a 7-game series?
I like this. Let me hear
it.
Not with this Warriors team.
He said,
well, period.
What?
Period. Who you taking, period, in that 7-game series?
It has to be Kawhi because Kawhi can defend.
So you're taking the Clippers?
I think other team pick on Curry because He's not a. I mean, he's a better defender now, but
He's an underrated defender, but that's another conversation for
he's
another.
a way better defender than he used to be. I don't know
Yeah,
what. I don't know how he's getting better with age,
had
but
that block on
Kawhi,
Drew Holiday too in that Bucks game, that tight Bucks game. But keep going, my bad.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You want me to answer that question?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
everybody in the chat as well. I'll put. I know there's a lot of questions coming in, but I'll make sure to answer as many as I can. Go ahead, bro.
I'm definitely and I'm not basing it off that. I'm not basing it off the 2019 series with Kawhi versus Steph Curry. Definitely because I mean, first Kawhi, but I think they're just deeper and they play better on the road and they just have more. They just have everything they need. Like even Zubac, I think he had what like 19, 17, and like 10 boards. Like they just have every piece they need. And how you said they have a enforcer and Russell. They have well not enforcer, but like a leader. Like he could talk, he can push the pace. They have a enforcer and Marcus Morris, the best player. Kawhi second. Like I'm taking the Clippers. That's just me. I'm taking them.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying that the Kawhi is because the Warriors are losing on the road this year a lot. So
No, for sure. And it's
Wiggins is missing, and if Guy Payton Jr. I'm sorry, Guy Payton the second, and Wiggins comes back, I don't know. We'll see.
Said, well, GP's definitely coming back. Wiggins, again, I don't know what's going on, but I mean, it can only be one or two. It can't be too much of anything else. I mean, from what I'm hearing, is something they don't want to get out. And if that story is true, then I understand exactly why. Because that's some shame and stuff right there. So
yeah, I got to look into that. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll look into it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Oaktown 8 knows what I'm talking about. He said Curry. Tune in Sports says no Wiggins or GP. I'm taking healthy Kawhi with all this talent on his team with Rocco replacing Morris. Okay. Cortez TT said, well, y'all know who I'm taking. You already know who I'm taking.
Of course.
I mean, this guy right here. I mean, look,
that record crazy.
This is what I'm saying. We can say this is why I take Kawhi for one reason and one reason only. Like Bruce said, he plays defense. Steph Curry, he's even as great as I think he's the second greatest point guard of all time behind Magic Johnson. He's the greatest shooter of all time. He has arguably top 5 in handles.
Mm-hmm.
Four rings. His legacy is defined. I think his legacy is greater than Kawhi's.
Of course.
But I think Kawhi as a player, if you ask me, hey, you got two choices between these two in a 7-game series. Who are you taking? And it's Kawhi because first of all, he's a bigger player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bigger, better player. And he understands how to play winning basketball. For you to be 20-8 against that core with 4 titles, that's saying something. That's saying that you know how that's your kryptonite. I don't think that is great. I think Kawhi at his size and what he's able to do, he can just do more things than Steph can do.
That 20 minutes does it include San Antonio with Duncan, Ginobili, Parker?
Yeah, those guys was part of it but that was the time when it was old, Bruce. I mean, 20-8 is 20-8. Like that's a huge sample size.
That is true. But remember, even with those old Spurs, Kawhi always got up for those games. I watched those Warriors and Spurs games. He always got up with those games. He always played he always got up with Steph Curry. Always. So I mean, I do agree with you. And then plus, it's like Kawhi. Like, there's a reason why Joel Embiid said that he turns the MJ in the playoffs. That's my thing. Like he said that. Like Joel Embiid said that for a reason. He didn't just say that.
Yeah, I mean, when you step on it's just. I mean, And then Oaktown, he said, so Curry doesn't know how to play winning. It's not that, of course, he knows how to play winning basketball, got 4 rings. I'm just comparing him to Kawhi. And like when I've seen, when they face head to head, when they face off, I noticed Kawhi is more unstoppable than Steph Curry.
It's true.
Um,
It's true.
Kawhi has to win another championship for me to completely say this. Because he has 2 championships. One of them was with Duncan, whatever. The Toronto one, that was magnificent. But the Clipper one, a Clippers championship, that means like you went to 2 franchise and you give them championship for the first time.
Right behind LeBron.
Okay, so right behind LeBron. LeBron went to 2 franchise and gave them championship for the first time.
Yeah, he's the first player in NBA history to give 3 franchises a championship or like finals.
That's not what I said. I
He said for
said
the
he
first
went.
time, yeah.
Oh,
He said, sorry,
my
Chuck,
bad.
sorry, yeah.
Oh, my
That's
bad,
what
my
he
bad, my
said.
bad. Oh, you talking about for the first time in? Oh, yeah. That's my bad. That's a whole different story. My bad.
Yeah, he only gave a franchise, 1 franchise.
Yeah,
And
I'm thinking.
Clippers were the laughing stock of the
Yeah,
NBA for so long. Imagine, Clippers winning a championship,
I think they can. I
right?
think they can.
And that's when Lakers fans gonna say, "Hey, 1 year I've won, and we have like 16, right? 17 or something."
Yeah, but that one championship is that's gonna take them over the hump, though. I mean, that's
So where do y'all place Kawhi if he wins a title this year?
all time.
To me,
Yeah.
is my top 10.
No. He doesn't have a big enough resume. I would put
I said in
Kawhi.
my top 10. In
I'm
my
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, well,
don't say
your
I don't
top
say
10.
it. I
I'm
don't say
sorry.
is in everybody's top 10. I say in
Yeah.
my top 10.
Okay. Well, I would place personally. He would be in my top 20 or top 15, but he's definitely not top 10. He just doesn't have enough.
I take it. It'll be over KD. Okay.
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
Melo in here. Melo about to fall out of his chair.
Well, I'll put him right with KD. If he does win another ring, I will put him right with KD. Or I'm not mad if you put him over KD. But
So when he went in Toronto, what did he was there any question who was number 1?
well, no, of course I had him.
On
No,
the
no.
on
I
the
mean,
Clippers, is there any question who's number 1 with KD when he went to Golden State?
no.
There's question, and everybody's calling him. He was not even the bus driver. Kawhi is the bus driver in Toronto. Kawhi is the bus driver on the Clippers.
I give you that, but I'll say this: and Kevin Durant, when he was on Golden State, those 2 finals runs, he was the best player in the NBA.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. What I seen.
Okay. I mean, I can be the best player in the NBA with Stephen Curry on my right side.
I mean, it's
I'm
possible.
wide open.
LeBron was the best player in the NBA with Dwayne Wade on his side.
Ty Lue saying that, hey, we were doubling Curry. We were preparing defense for Curry, not for KD.
I give you that. I mean, I'm not arguing with you on that, but that Toronto run was a little legendary. But Kawhi's different because he hasn't been. Health is a big thing. He hasn't been healthy. Like I'll say this, man. If I'm just that one series, that 2017 series, that Spurs and Warriors. I wish that series would have finished out because I feel
Hey,
as though Kawhi would have beat them.
if you get swept in the first round on your prime, you're getting down a notch for me.
Yeah.
Who did?
Yeah, that's a fact. LeBron's been
KD.
swept. LeBron and KD's been swept.
Oh yeah.
They both been swept multiple. Well, no, LeBron's been swept multiple times. KD's been swept once. Boston. Yeah, he's only been swept once.
The only team who got swept last year, whose team was it?
Oh yeah, you're right. But to Kevin Durant's credit, he wasn't. I mean, he hasn't been. He's just not the same after that Achilles. Like he doesn't even have the same like.
Oh,
Like,
okay, all right.
To me,
Man,
I'm just being honest. He's just not
That's
the
an
same.
excuse.
that dude was averaging 30 points, bro. Close to
I give
30,
y'all
bro.
that. I give y'all that. Okay.
You talking about as far as his, I guess his movements, it's not, but he dude's
Yeah.
still effective. I think, and this is what I think we gotta give credit. Like we talk about all these guys, Jamal Murray, Klay Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
that needed time to recover from an ACL. Bro, do y'all not see that Kawhi Leonard's already turning back to his normal self? He didn't need a full year or two to come back. Like,
He didn't.
he's already turning back to a top 5 player
He's
right
definitely a top.
now.
He's definitely a top 5 player
Earlier
right
this
now.
season,
His
when I
name
said
is
he was top 5, people were laughing at me. But now, okay.
yeah. No, Kawhi is definitely top 5 right now, and I do agree with y'all. Whoever said that Kawhi in the playoffs is the best player, because once the playoffs come, I feel as though he is going to be the best player, probably right behind Giannis or Steph. But
I'm watching the Suns. There's no way. I see people picking the Suns over the Clippers.
I mean,
There's
I
no
see
way the
why.
Suns
I see
beating the Clippers. No way.
they can.
No,
They
no.
I'm taking the Clippers, but they definitely can beat the
Yeah, they
Clippers.
can.
They can.
They
Like, I'm
got
not going to sit here
KD.
and say they can't. Like, they for
So,
sure
so,
can, especially if
so
Kevin Durant's healthy.
no,
But
no. So Chris Paul can handle a Westbrook getting all
no,
those.
no,
I
no,
would
no,
love to
no,
watch
no,
that matchup. I would
no,
love that
no,
matchup.
no. He's gonna. Westbrook might average like 20 in that series.
Yeah, he will take Chris Paul to the post
Oh my
and
God.
run a
Yeah.
circle. I would love to see that matchup.
I got Russell being the best point guard in that series. So, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, bro. I'm definitely taking the Clippers probably in 6 games. Just depending on, I don't know, man. It's just tough because Kevin Durant, he just makes that offense flow. So,
Okay, I know. 18 is definitely not getting the ball.
yeah.
He's gonna be more frustrated. He's not gonna play. You'll
But
see.
now, but now it's like I said, as long as Kawhi is healthy, I feel as though if he's healthy 100%, I feel as though they can do anything. So, and we all seen that in 2021 when he got injured. What, that Utah game, he was balling as soon as he got injured. I mean, they still play good, but when he plays at his best, it's hard to stop him. It's just hard to stop a team. Like, it's just hard. So,
Yeah. Shout out to the Cortez TTD said Paul George, the greatest player that ever bounced back from major injuries, broken leg in 2014, double shoulder surgery in 2019, UCL tear in 2020.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think we gotta also give Paul George that, like, for him to go through that amount of surgeries and injuries and things of that nature
Mm-hmm.
and still be able to play at the level is actually admirable. I don't think we give Paul George enough respect either. I think um, he deserves a ring as much as Chris Paul, as much as Damian Lillard, as
For
much
sure.
as anybody you can name in the league. He deserves a ring just as much as anybody. If you look at what he's done, like, and I think I've told you this, Bruce. I think I've said this, on the panel. I think he should be better than Kawhi. But
Mm.
the problem is Paul George's mindset doesn't have that mindset where he's just the best player on the court.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's so true.
That's the
He
only thing that keeps him from being that. But I think he can be just he. If I watch him play, Paul George to me I think he can be better than Kawhi.
I see what you mean. He's definitely more talented than Kawhi for sure.
the potential is there, but he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe it himself. So, so if you're saying that you're not number one, why would I put you number one? If you're saying that I cannot carry a team to a championship, why would I do
Well,
that?
here's my thing about that. What you just said. I know he says he's not a number one, and I'm not saying he doesn't believe in himself, but everyone's not built to be a number one, and everyone's not built to carry a team to the finals and win the champ. Like, I think Paul George, I think his self awareness is amazing because he's basically saying, like, I'm good, but I know I'm not the guy, and everyone's not the guy. Like, you can say James Harden, he was the guy, right? But he's not the guy when it comes to the playoffs, and he knows that, and he knows that now. So I think Paul George, I think what he said was true because he's true to himself. That's why. That's
No,
why.
you
I
should
mean, I
not
think
say
he's
it.
being
You should
honest.
not say it.
That's just my thing. I think he's being
Never
honest.
say it. Never give the enemy ammunition.
No, of course, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, he knows that he's not. There's levels. Y'all know this. There's levels to this, bro. Like everyone's
Have you
not
ever
going to
heard
be the best
Westbrook
player.
say, "I cannot carry a team"? No.
He can't though. Like we can say like Jimmy Butler, but he could be at one. But is Jimmy Butler going to win me a championship? No. No, I'm taking Paul George over Jimmy Butler. I'm just being honest. I'm just but
Oof, that's
I'm
tough.
taking Paul George over Jimmy Butler. I'm sorry, bro. And
That's
Jimmy
tough,
Butler's the
man.
number one. He's the number one option for the Heat.
Man.
You
I
know what
don't
I mean?
know, man. Jimmy Butler, when he goes to the playoff, man.
I know
It's
he's
like a
tough.
baby Kawhi.
Yeah, I give you
Oh
that. I give
man,
you that. He is a baby Kawhi though, but
man. Did you
and
see
Jimmy got the mentality too.
what he was doing to Boston last year? I thought
Oh
Miami
yeah, he
was
was
done.
doing. He should have. Oh my god, if he made that three in Game 7, oh my god, oh he was going for the win too. That's
Yeah,
another mentally tough player right there. I forgot he's a very strong, mentally tough player, Jimmy Butler. So
yeah, I love Jimmy.
yeah, he tough. Jimmy Butler tough, man. But Paul's just
Uh,
not.
yeah. Go through some of these comments. Hit the like, y'all. Hit the subscribe. Hit the share. Click the link if you guys want to come here and cook. We got about another 15, 20 minutes left, man, before we shut it down. Let me see. He said Bruce is a warlord.
I don't
Thank
know
you,
what that means, but okay. Thank you. I guess.
He said,
G Master Funk Flex said, "Well, if he wasn't able to go to his team to find that's proof, he talks like man knowing who he is." I don't know who that's for, but
"Sound like it's for Paul George."
yeah, okay, yeah. I just think Paul George is he's one of those guys that you see the potential and he can be so great, but for whatever reason, he doesn't always see it himself,
I see what y'all mean.
and that could be kind of frustrating to keep going through. But I mean, he is who he is. I'll take Paul George as a second option.
For sure. That's like
I
the
think, yeah,
second best option in the league, honestly.
Right
yeah,
now, I see Clippers against Suns first round, so should be interesting.
That's gonna be a tough series, dude. Like if Kevin Durant's healthy, man, that's not gonna be a cakewalk.
Yeah, Clippers in 6.
yeah.
I can see that though, but that can go out still.
I don't
Yeah,
know Kevin Durant. When is he coming back?
That's
yeah. I'm
Dude,
not afraid of the Suns. Not
I'm
one
not
bit.
either. And that's what Pat Beverly said in 2021. He said no one's afraid of the Suns.
No one's afraid of Phoenix. Yeah. When you got that Kevin Durant, you got that 7-foot tarantula on there, then that makes it. But you know what? I think the Clippers, what they're showing though, they're showing a team that has a lot of resilience. So even if they see Kevin Durant, they're like, okay, well, they're from Steph Curry. Like you see him, okay, that's all you got. Like who else you got?
I see
Who
what you
else you
mean.
got? You got Devin Booker, who you know shit talks. You know what Paul George does to them all the time. So you
Mm-hmm.
got who else you got? You got an old Chris Paul. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
none of your wing defenders no more. You don't have Mikal Bridges.
Nope,
You
no
don't have
bench.
Cam Johnson. You don't have Jay Krause. So who are your enforcers? You got what, DeAndre Ayton?
Mm-hmm. He
So
barely talks.
oh
When
yeah. So
when Craig is
you
on
got
the floor, I just double team off him. You know, the other guy I shouldn't leave open is Okogie. That's the guy who hit threes. He hit threes. After that, I don't see anybody. You know.
Yeah, their bench is terrible, man. Uh, yeah, I see what y'all mean now, because our second unit would just destroy theirs. Like,
yeah. We can give them some of our players. That's how bad they are.
yeah,
And hey,
because
and I think Denver is vulnerable now.
they're
Something
very
I don't
vulnerable.
know. Something happened to them, but they're vulnerable. They barely beat Detroit tonight. Barely.
They might just be going through the motions though. Like,
No,
they,
okay. Emotions. Okay.
like I don't have them.
You know, MPJ is fighting with the coach. He's like, oh,
Really?
he's not playing me, whatever.
He's been
I
saying
didn't
that for
see
a
that.
while though. I think. I mean, he hasn't been healthy, so I don't. I mean,
Okay.
I don't even think he's that good. I mean, he's okay.
And Jamal Murray is struggling.
I think
Yeah,
he'll
he
do
gonna need another year.
for sure. You could tell for sure. Like one night he'll have like 30, next night he'll have like 15 or 20, or he'll just be coasting basically.
Hey,
I think
I could see Minnesota beat Denver if they get Denver in the first round.
Well, I'm not gonna say all that. Okay, we're just gonna
Okay,
we're
okay,
not gonna
okay.
say that though. That's a little. I mean,
that's so you talking about with Cat?
Yes,
yeah, Cat got to be
with
healthy
Cat.
for that. You're crazy, bro.
Okay, all right. Listen, all right.
Nah, but
I'm gonna say Gobert.
Gobert and Cat inside, man. They stopping
I
Jokic,
didn't
man.
think of it like that. You know what? I see where you're coming from now. Okay.
Yeah, he said Denver been giving us hell. I think I think the Clippers in the playoffs are gonna figure out how to play against Denver.
For sure. And it's not gonna be like the bubble. I hate when people keep bringing up that stupid ass bubble, man. Like,
That's why
oh
the
my
Clippers got to
god,
beat them. Because if they don't ever beat them, that's what they're gonna keep talking about. Oh, the bubble, you lost in the bubble. That's why people don't believe in the Clippers now over something that happened 3 years ago. They're the only team that didn't get a chance to leave the bubble. Everybody else got a chance to leave.
except the
Utah left.
Clippers.
Utah blew a 3-1 lead. You know what I'm saying? The whatchamacallit, the Rockets left the bubble. The goddamn Celtics left the bubble. Everybody got a chance to leave the bubble but us. So yeah.
It's because the Lakers fans have the loudest voices. They're
I
the
give you
ones who
that.
talk the most.
Yeah, for sure. That's that
That's a
makes sense.
fact.
It's
That's a
crazy.
fact. AKA Shannon Sharp.
They're the one who have the
He's
loudest
such
voice.
a troll, man. Shannon Sharp's such a troll.
They just
He's such a
bitter
troll.
because Kawhi didn't go to the Lakers. Okay,
They was pissed when he didn't go.
Kawhi
They
didn't go
was
to the Lakers, to help with the juicer. So
Yeah, Shannon was his biggest fan, Kawhi's biggest fan, until he chose to go to the Clippers. I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised too. I didn't think Kawhi was going to the Clippers. I
I
thought
thought
he
he
was
was gonna.
going. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I thought he was gonna stay with Toronto. That's what I thought
I
he was gonna
wanted
do.
them to stay in Toronto because they have a chance to win again.
They could have. They could have won again. That's
And Nick Nurse is a better coach to me than Ty Lue.
Yeah, I'll give you that. If Lou plays small ball against Jokic, I don't really like the Clippers' chances. And if
Small
he
ball.
keeps
He's not gonna play small ball.
starting more, just give him more heads. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's not playing Covington, man. For whatever reason, he's not playing this dude. I mean, I don't know if that's going to change, but he's not playing Rocco, and yeah, you
yeah,
just
he's
have
not.
you have to attack. You have to attack Jokic on the other side.
Mm,
Like I think
When
Russ will
when they
get
put
big in that series.
when they put Marcus Morris in pick and roll, he's getting killed, bake, cook,
Mm-hmm.
grill all
Mm-hmm.
the time, all the time.
he
Mm-hmm.
is though. He is though. He is though, man. Uh,
And in the West, there's a lot of point guards who can score. If you're playing Sacramento,
they're scary, man. They're scary.
Fox against Morris. Come
That's
on, man.
not even a matchup.
Hey,
That's
man. Yeah, no, for real.
usually I don't know why you even said that, Bruce. That's not even a matchup.
Yeah, that's not
That's the
fair, bro.
matchup. The Clippers could face the Sacramento Kings. So you
That's
never know.
scary, man. That's probably the scariest matchups the Clippers can face in the playoffs to me. Behind the Warriors, it's probably the Kings, just because they match up good if you think about it.
If Marcus Morris is starting against Sacramento, we're not beating
Second,
Sacramento.
whoa, no, I'm not going to say all that.
Okay.
That's
All
to me
right.
that's a stretch. That's a
All
stretch
right.
right there. That's a
I
stretch.
just
But
don't want the guy to play, man. He needs to be under the bench, you know.
Clippers could beat them in 6, honestly. But Sacramento is just it's like they're wait. It's like they're ready for this moment. Like their coach is ready. Fox is ready. We know Fox has been ready for. He's like Devin Booker. He's been ready. for
It's like
for a
Devin
couple of
Booker.
years now.
Yeah, they're
I'm
gonna
just,
lose.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but they're a team not to play with though. Like they're not. They're serious.
Fox is a better player this year than Booker, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I give you that. He's clutcher. He's probably the clutchest player in the NBA too. He has a lot of uh fourth quarter. I mean, a lot of yeah. He's been pretty clutch this year.
Fox been good. It's because nobody watched Kings until this year.
Yeah, yeah,
Said
yeah.
Ty
Fox
Lue
is
will
nice.
lead y'all to the finals. Just watch. Yeah, I believe that too. I definitely believe that they'll get to the to the finals.
I don't know about leading. I don't know. You'll be present, but I don't know about leading.
He's funny.
But he's a Cavs fan, so he had Tyronn Lue tuning his sports.
I don't
So
think he's a bad coach though, man. But I think we all know
Yeah,
who.
I mean, he has
average.
Marcus Morris Lou playing. So
He has favorites apparently, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Bo- I don't think Bones Allen is gonna see the floor for some time.
Yeah, he's not going to hit the floor, but there's too many players that are experienced. They're trying to win a championship. He's probably not going to hit the floor unless it's like the Nuggets series. Other than that, they're not going to let him play. They're not going to let him play. But
uh
you got Terrence Mann, Eric Gordon. Um, who am I forgetting?
No
Russell
matter
Westbrook.
how.
They're not going to let him play. Norman Powell, if he comes back, they're not going to let him play. There's too many guards.
yeah, man.
It is what it is, though.
But yeah, man. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens because look at the schedule right here. This is the Clippers' remaining schedule. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games left.
They should win all of those games if they're serious.
They're not going to win all these games, though. But I feel you, though.
They should not lose to Portland. They're done. They should not lose to the Lakers.
They're not going to lose to the Lakers. They haven't lost to the Lakers in I don't know
So
how long.
who's gonna beat them?
Memphis.
I can see Memphis. Yeah, for sure, Memphis.
No, they should beat Memphis. They owe Memphis a loss.
Yeah, but
Both
Josh
games.
coming back though.
Yes, they should win both games. If you're serious about winning, you should win both games.
Yeah. I feel you, Bruce. I don't. That's gonna be tough in Memphis to win.
Okay. I mean, if they win every game, I mean, they could have a chance at the 3 seed or the 4 seed.
Let me see
So
now.
what?
We're gonna be. Let me.
Yeah.
I mean, they should not lose to Orlando, Portland, OKC. Come on, man. OKC.
I ain't gonna lie, Shy right now, man. I mean, I know we're talking about the Clippers, but Shy is he's having an underrated season. He's had what average 30 on 50% shooting with 2 steals in the block. He's having an MJ type of year, man. Shy is something else
All
right now.
those teams trying to play like Golden State. OKC, like Golden State.
Yeah, but
All
Shy,
those
man.
teams.
Shy could beat anybody, honestly. I don't know, man. He's just a different man. Shy right now is having himself a year right now. But
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Who cooked Kawhi a few times uptown? Ja? Okay.
is he talking about Ja? Every player's gonna get cooked in the NBA though. It's professional NBA players.
yeah, no one's gonna stop. Like you in a league for like the reason. Like nobody's gonna always get shut down.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Not at all though. And Paul George is always getting cooked, and he's a great defender. He's always getting cooked.
He's a great defender still. I don't know about that.
No, I think Paul George plays defense when he wants to. That's what I noticed about Paul
I think
George.
his defense is spotty now.
Mm.
I think he plays what he wants to. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that Memphis game where we came back. They was down. He plays some pretty good defense. Like Paul George, he's a hustler. Like he's gonna play. He'll play. He plays defense what he wants to.
Yeah.
That's
Marcus
my thing about
Morris
Paul.
doesn't play defense even if he wants to.
I,
Doesn't play.
yeah, he tries, but it's not gonna. He can't slide his feet no more.
Yeah. Yeah, he need to enforce his defense. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not too much he can do, man. But I don't think he's gonna cost the Clippers a championship.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think that.
He's so bad that the social media of the Clippers had a video of Marcus Morris walking in the stadium, picking up food, trying to play with Clippers fans' heart. And if you read the comments under that video, man, if I'm Marcus Morris' family, I don't read those comments.
They must have been bad then.
Yeah, they call him bums, scrubs, all those things, man. I'm like,
That's
what?
crazy, man.
Get
Marcus
this guy
Morris.
out of here, whatever. Yeah.
He was actually decent in the beginning of the season, man. It's just his
You
shots
you
not
think I'm
falling.
tough on Morris? You should read those comments.
That's tough.
Mhm. Well, y'all got any lasting comments for y'all before we hop off here?
No, not really. Just I mean, we all can agree that Clippers look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look great. They look great headed into the postseason. And Kawhi's what y'all say he was what 90% or something? Nah, he's like 95% going into the playoffs. Like he's ramping it up right now. Like he's been averaging 30 for like the last like 10 games or something like that. I don't know. So
What about you, Bruce?
Clippers need to win all those games. They had a good win, but to make up for all the losses we had the bad losses we had early this season because of load management as well. We need to
Mm.
win all those games left to get a good seed, to go into postseason the right way and look at films, see that Marcus Morris is not playing defense, cannot play anymore. Put Rocco in the lineup. Marcus Morris is done. It's done. It's over. If Marcus Morris plays a lot of minutes, the Clippers are in trouble because all those guards in the West are fast.
I give you that. They are fast as
All those
shit.
guards in the West are fast. And Marcus Morris is a pole, a cone, I don't know, whatever things that are not moving. That's Marcus Morris.
That's crazy. I'll say this: 2 years ago, Marcus Morris was playing pretty good defense on Devin Booker in that Western Conference Finals in that post. So, but
he can play against the Suns because Chris Paul is not. Oh yeah, Chris Paul is gonna cook him.
Chris
Pick
Paul's
and
not
roll.
cooking nobody.
Okay, Chris Paul is gonna do a mid range him all day, all night.
I think that'll be
Okay,
Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. They'll be doing that stuff. But I feel you.
Devin Booker. This guy cannot guard Kevin Durant.
Nah,
No,
of course he
no,
can't. No, of course.
he cannot guard Devin Booker. No, and Devin Booker talks trash, like to trash. He's gonna try to fight Devin Booker. So we'll see.
We
Mm.
will see.
Yep. All right, fellas. We'll definitely appreciate y'all coming on. We'll be back on Saturday morning.
Saturday
For LA
morning.
Clipper
Okay,
Talk. Yes, sir. LA Clipper Talk Saturday morning.
that's a bet. All right, I appreciate you, BJ.
No
All
doubt,
right,
bro.
All right,
All right, Bruce.
Morris under the bench. All right,
all right, Bruce. Nice talking to you.
all right, man.
All right, y'all. So definitely had a good stream. Wanted to end with that question. How do y'all feel like Draymond impacts the Warriors? Right. How does Draymond's impact influence and help the Warriors? All right, we'll be back on Saturday morning. LA Clipper Talk. Definitely appreciate all the people coming in, sharing the love about the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. We respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swim. Wow.